Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean. I'm here with a night video. I'm using Ashley's racket. I got her 3 of these. It's the Babalot Pure Drive 110. Um, I had it strung for her. I have Hyper G in the mains and Genesis in the crosses. And I had it strung at 50 pounds for her because she's learning. And my friend Greg is restringing my racket today. So this was my day today. I'll just tell you real quick. Last night I went to work at 10 p.m. I work at a gas station, and it's a really rough gas station. There's a lot of homeless people coming in, stealing stuff, and a bunch of junkies and stuff like that. So it's a rough job, and I'm in a nice area in Port Orange, Florida, but it's bad. It's gotten bad. Okay, so I worked from 10 a.m. I'm sorry, from 10 p.m. to 5:30 this morning, and then I went home. I took a sleep I got home around 6, about 5:45. I took a sleep till about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I got up, took a shower, and I headed to the tennis courts. I got here around 9 o'clock, or 9:30, and I played doubles. So I played from 9:30 to about noon. They do a round robin, and level plays anywhere from 3-5 to 4-5 players that are out here, like legit players. They're doubles. I was playing really good today. My serve, I was serving really good. I was hitting ridiculous shots with this racket. I'm not bragging or nothing, so all this work that I'm doing out here is paying off. I'm moving a lot better, and like from Angelo's Tennis was saying, last year I was 225 pounds, and at one point in my life I was 5'8", and now I'm like 5'5". I've actually shrunk. I don't know why, because of my back and surgeries I've had. So I was, 5'5" at 225 pounds. And what Angela was saying, you have to be able to be really good at tennis, you have to be able to move around. And there are, like I know a couple of heavy people that can really move, but they're big, tall people. They're 6'4", 6'5", and they're big people, and they can move pretty well for their size. But as I'm losing weight and I'm out here training more and more, I feel like I'm getting lighter on my feet, so that's really good. And then every few months I'll go and buy new shoes, new tennis shoes, and that makes me feel good about myself working and stuff, because I haven't worked in 2 years because I had stomach surgery. As you can see, I had surgery done on my stomach, along with having diabetes too, and had 2 hip replacements and have a plate in my shoulder. So it's been a long road, but with all my friends that I met on here since I started this channel last year, you guys giving me the motivation, and I'm really grateful and thankful. I mean, I got people saying the nicest stuff, telling me God bless me, and to keep grinding, and I tried it. My friend and the root doctor and all these guys are, I feel like I've never met him in person, but and even some of the guys from the bigger channels, wishing me well. Trey from Winners Tennis, Winners Only, was telling me he hope my knee gets better, and he played an amazing match against Alex the other day, and it went 2 sets. And I think that if Trey started serving and volleying more, he's really a lot better at volleying than I think he thinks he is. So I think with his big serve, if he was to come into the net a little bit more, and like same with him and I think we have some of the similar problems on our backhand. Like when he turns and lines it up, he's got a great backhand, but when you try to hit that backhand with an open stance, it's really hard, and that's where a lot of our mistakes are going. And the way we're moving to get to the ball, like sometimes we'll slide when you don't really have to slide. It's better probably to run and then set the shot up, So these little things that I see other people doing, that I see myself doing, I just pass it along, because I want everybody to get better, and that guy's busting his ass to get better, and I still want to play him. I think it's going to be awesome, when I get to the point where I can move around a little bit better, because right now I think he would crush me. I think I can handle a serve, because I do play against people that got big serves, and my return serve is really good. But once I get in the middle of a rally, he does have a big forehand, and so do I. So we would probably exchange forehands, but he's younger and more athletic than I am at this point. I played sports when I was younger, and I love watching these younger guys and ladies play. And the other day I was out here practicing, and I ran into one of these coaches. She's in her 30s, and we were hitting, and I was doing pretty good. And she was telling me about my grip. She thought I had a continental grip. I was like, no, I got like an Eastern grip, semi-Western, because the way I bring my take back in the ball, I hit the ball a lot different than modern players because I hit flat. The ball's flat, so they have. I mean, she had very little time to react because she's using a semi-Western grip with a lot of top spin, and I'm just, flat, hitting it, and I'm in deep. So today, my boy, man, Dave, he's a good player. He hit this serve and pulled me all the way off the court, and I had to run around the ball, and I literally hit the ball around the post, and right before a winner, it curved back in. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. And I did it on my forehand side, and then we switched after a set, and then I did it on my backhand side. I had to run around, and I just did short, flipped it around, and then I almost pulled a tweeter off, believe it or not. I ran back, man. This guy hit a lob. I knew the son of a gun was going to do this. I just saw it because he was dropping his racket back, and he normally, when he does that, he'll come up and hit a lob. And I ran back, and I got right there, and it bounced twice, and I got it off the ground, and it went, I got it. And I haven't hit one of those in probably 7 or 8 years, dude. I haven't even tried to do it. See, most of the time I'll run, and I'll go like this, and try to do it like that, or if it's bouncing high, I'll flip it over my shoulder. I'll do something like that. And then I was working on hitting lobs, like remember what Coach Steve and I were working on about a month ago. I was hitting awesome lobs today. I mean, they were high and deep, and then I was coming into the net, and I had a really good overhead. The ball bounced right about where, a couple feet from the line, from the box, and I jumped up and smacked it, and it went over the fence. And I was like, yeah, because I just seen this guy. There's a couple guys that talk about tennis tunes. This fella is known for doing that, and I was just, I saw the video after I did that this morning, and I started laughing. And then the other guy from Real Tennis, he just did one, and I wasn't even trying to do it, but the whole court was so, like in the middle of the court was open, and they were backpedaling, the two guys, because he thought I was going to try to hit them. But I never try to hit anybody, especially with an overhead. You can seriously hurt people. But anyway, I'm feeling better, man. I have days where I don't feel that good, and I come out here, and I just come out here because I know there's guys my age, and they feel the same way I do, and they work too, and they got kids and all that stuff. So I just want to share my life with you guys and let you know that I've started working again, and I'm training hard for you, and we're gonna go out here, and I got these cones set up, okay? So I'm gonna work on cross court because I was hitting some pretty decent cross court shots with my forehand. So I'm gonna try to hit in between the cones and actually try to hit the cones on the cross court shots. And I have this machine set up so the ball's gonna bounce high. It's gonna have a lot of spin on it. So some balls I'm gonna let do that, and then some balls I'm gonna try to take it early. So well, let's try to do this because it's getting dark, and I just wanted to say hi to everybody. And I got my new shoes on, man. I went to Ross's. I don't know if you folks where you live at have a Ross around you, but they have really good deals on shoes. Like these were $70, and I got them for 35, so it's like half price. And they're called Brooks. So I don't even go by the name like Nikes and stuff. So I just like, oh, okay, I like these. These fit really good. And remember I was telling you I was having problems with my feet? Well, I didn't know that my shoes were so wore out from playing tennis and stuff and working that there was literally no soles on them. So I went, and my buddy was telling me, one of the guys I was watching another channel, he was talking about Skechers, that he uses those for work. So I bought a pair of those too. And man, they work awesome. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but I'm feeling better. My feet feel better now because I literally stand 8 hours a night, and it's new to me. I haven't done this in a long time. So just sharing that with you. So if you're having feet problems, it could be due to your shoes. And one of the fellas crew cell was I asked him, he did a live stream, and I was asking about cramps, and I guess he has an ointment that you can use. I ordered it, so I used his code and I ordered it, and I'm gonna try that. So if you guys got crab ladies or anybody that watches this have leg cramps, I'm gonna use that, and I'll tell you if it works or not, because he says it does, and he's a pro. And I'm sure, like, there's guys that get cramps and some ladies get cramps from playing tennis and being dehydrated or whatever. It's a natural thing for some people, but they hurt like hell. So let's go try to hit some balls and see what we can do. And like I said, thanks a lot to everybody for the support. And I got the Babalot, Ashley's Babalot 110. So this thing's a club. And it's gonna be fun to shoot with this thing. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have fun with this. I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna set up. It might be a little way cross court, but I think it should be all right. We'll see. Well, we're gonna try to cross court. Do a racket take back. We'll just get through it. Only cross court. We're gonna work on that. Ball machine does that. It's quite annoying, really. I've had other ball machines that's never done this. I mean, dude, there's like 50 balls in here. There's no reason for this thing not to shoot the ball out. So anyway, I'm gonna turn it up even more, see if that works. Got a lot of spin on it now. Okay. Work on technique too. Wow. Look at that. Flat ball. definitely don't want me to write a review on this thing. Let me tell you that much right now. Maybe it's the delay on it. Let me turn the delay up a little bit. Okay, so I got the delay up there. It should be shooting a little bit, and I'm gonna turn the speed up. There's plenty of tennis balls in here. So let's try this. Okay. Back a little bit. Alright. Come on. And I'm getting better at being patient. Before I used to lose my temper, remember? also helps with return serve. You know, keeping in the rhythm. That's but because of the machine kept stopping and stuff, but I got one cone and I'm not hitting bad, you know. There's a few more balls. Let's see if we can. I'm gonna try a couple more with the while the balls are in there. See if I can get a couple more. Let's see what happens. Something's getting ready to go down. Should be about 7 or 8 more in there. Battery in this key too. You always want to turn this thing off when you're putting the balls in it. So there's 4 balls left. Try something real quick. There's only 4 balls left. Some of these balls are flat, really bad. That's why I got this bag here, so you can weed them out. And there's a little dog place over here, so I go ahead and give the balls away to the dog place. So I get that cone. Live with that. I must have set a record today too for the most lets in one game. I literally hit 5 in a row, like one twice, and a couple of them were aces. So it was funny. And I hit a let, and then it was an ace. Then I had to hit it back over again and stuff. So I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you. I didn't do too bad. Always room for improvement. I am learning to relax my wrist more and try to use a little more modern swing. But I think if you, however you swing the racket, if you just get used, get good at swinging it that way, unless you got a conventional grip or something like that. But if you have an Eastern grip or semi-Western, or even people that got Western, just develop that shot. Don't change your grips around. Just play the way you feel comfortable hitting the ball, and practice doing that, over and over again. And most of the time, when you're missing, like myself, is I'll stand like flat-footed because I'm thinking the ball is gonna be a certain way, and then it's not, and then I'm hitting it out front, because I didn't take that extra step. And that's where weight comes in. As you get more limber, you'll be moving better, and then you can set up. So what I do is the ball's coming, I set up, and then I hit through it. I try to turn my hips. That's how I do it. And it works on, like I'm gonna get better and better at practice, from just practicing, and find out what the hell's wrong with this ball machine. Why it keeps freezing up. Maybe I got too many tennis balls in there, but it says over 100. This is around 100 or so. And there's some other ones, and some of these balls are flat. So I'm gonna go through that tonight, since I have tomorrow off. And then tomorrow, I'll get up at a reasonable hour. I'll come down here, and tomorrow's Wednesday, so I'll be able to come down here and practice, because I'm playing Thursday morning the round robin, and then Friday I'm playing doubles with some of my friends. They're 4-0 players. Don's like a 4-5 player, at doubles. And then Saturday I'm playing with my friend Carl and some other guys. They're 3-5, 4-0 players. Solid. They're really good doubles players. They don't really play singles. They're and some of them, like a couple of guys are in their 70s, and in tip-top shape, and play really awesome. Like Coach Steve, that we play, see me hit, playing with him and hitting with him. He's 75, and he's in great shape. And I'll put him against any of these guys on YouTube with his partner Mark Merrill, playing doubles. They are that good. Me and my friend played against them, and I was serving out of my mind. And me and my buddy we were up 4-2. I'm like, dude, don't take the brakes off these guys. Let's keep the pressure on, because I was at that, I was playing really good, and I was hitting some really good passing shots because they were at the net, and I had to hit with angle, and a few of them they just let go, because they thought it might have went out, and I just caught the line, and stuff like that. So I was getting breaks like that, but we ended up losing 7-5. Because they've won mad championships around here in the opens, in the 4-5, 5-0 opens, when they're in their youth and in their age group. And Steve don't even play anymore. He just comes out and messes around. Me and him hit, because I've known him since I've been like 22 or something like that. And he's 75 and I'm 52. I'll be 53 in December. So I've known the man over 30 years. And he's just a nice person, and he was helping me, get back into the game, because I was getting frustrated trying to find a tennis racket, a more modern tennis racket, being out of shape, not hitting the ball correctly. And he's a tough coach, and he don't want to hear no excuses. Just get out there, do it the right way, and keep practicing until you do. So and I appreciate that, and man, it's hot out here in Florida, folks. Hit twice off the ball machine, once recorded, and just now with the cones. So I feel pretty comfortable. I'll come out here tomorrow, and then we'll do the same thing, and I'm just gonna work on hitting my backhand, turning sideways and running and hitting and running and hitting. I'll put the oscillator on and get going. We'll get it going. But some of these tennis balls, when that machine's turned up, that thing bounces. It's got so much kick. It's like a college player playing out here. I mean, you're gonna either have to get the ball early before it gets real high, or try to take it in the air, or in some cases I can literally almost hit an overhead, from the baseline, because that's how high these balls are bouncing. So I appreciate everybody watching. I really do, and I really appreciate all the kind words and all the support, and all the people I mentioned, on here, you should check their channels out, because I try to watch every person's channel. I just have so many people that I watch, and and I love watching the tournaments. There's a few young fellas that watch my channel. They're Alex and just John and oh man, I can't think of the other kid's name. He's a good kid too. He's got a sponsorship with the strings, and I ordered some strings off of his. It'll come to me. I'm sorry. It's just been a long day. My mind's tired, but yeah. And actually, 2 Minute Tennis did a video about him and Brett from Tennis Tunes. So yeah, they're cool. I like watching their uh, their channel. And Brett did something different on his last video. He filmed it in 60 speed or something like that, wide angle, and it was they were playing doubles, and it turned out pretty good. And then I was watching the tiebreaker between Crew and another fella. I forget how to say his name, but he's a damn good player, and that was exciting. So all the people I've been watching since I started playing tennis again, it's nice to watch them improve. And I'd like to see Crew and Simon Frood get into the U.S. Open, man. And, maybe in doubles or something. It would be cool to watch them play. Um, because a lot of guys on here and ladies on here have been pulling for this guy for a year or so. So it'd be cool to see him in the U.S. Open. I would literally go to New York to I never been to New York. I would go to New York though to see him play, because it would be cool. He's a young fella, and both of them just got married, so it'd be nice to see them to be in that kind of environment. Um, I mean, with everybody on YouTube, he definitely would be a crowd favorite. Everybody be pulling for him, so that'd be cool to watch. I wish everybody the best, and I just want to tell people this. Now, you have people in your life that love you and they care about you, but they're always going to tell you what you're not capable of doing, or you can't do this, or you can't do that, or don't try that, because they don't want to see you fail. And just remember this: if you don't stand for something, then you're going to fall for anything. Okay, and you have to keep yourself. You decide what you're able to do. God gives you a brain. He gives you your skills. And if you ever want to find out what your purpose in life is, there's an old Japanese way. The samurais used to do this. They would write down all the things that they love to do, all the things that they're good at, and they make a couple circles. They do this, and then they place all the things that they love and all the things that they like to do, and they would figure out how they could get paid for doing the things they love to do, and that's how they figure out their purpose. So when young people, because like Josh is 16, he doesn't really know what he wants to do, I was like, well, what do you like to do? What do you love to do? And what are you good at? And what can you get paid for doing something that you're good at, So you always want to figure out what you're good at, try to do your best at that, and then try to get paid doing that, and you'll have a happy life. My thing that I loved doing when I was younger, and I did it most of my life, is I like cooking, and I liked making people happy eating my food, and I liked working at restaurants that were fast-paced and meeting different people, and I also liked teaching and coaching tennis. But my injuries, I was listening to people that tried to give me good advice, and they're like, oh, well, you got 2 replaced hips, and you're not going to be able to play anymore, and this and that. And I listened to that shit, and then 20 years go by, and here I'm back out playing tennis with 2 replaced hips and having the surgeries that I've had. So if I would have just kept playing, God knows how much better I would be and what kind of life I would have had differently. That's why I share this stuff with you. It's besides just playing tennis, you have to learn from people, and you have to listen to what they're saying. And if they're saying stuff that's free knowledge and wisdom, and you can get that, then take it. Take that knowledge, take that wisdom, and take what you can get that helps you, and the other stuff that doesn't help you, then don't use it. It's free stuff. If I would have had people when I was younger, because my father passed away when I was a little kid. I was like 6 years old when my father passed away. So my mother, my grandmother, and my grandfather raised me, and I was born in Philadelphia. And then when I was about after my father passed away, crime, I guess, got really bad in the 70s. So we moved to Florida, and I grew up down in Florida, and spent most of my life here, except for when I went to Ohio a few times. I went up to Ohio to go to college and work at Walmart. And I also went up there just recently because my friend Chad, one of my best friends that we went to school with down here at Spruce Creek, he's from Ohio, so he invited me to go up there, and we spent 5 years up there. It was amazing. And then when my mom passed away in 2010, I took her ashes up to Pennsylvania, and I stayed up there for about a year and a half, 2 years, and it was just, the crime was bad, and I mean, there's great food and stuff, but it was rough. It's a bad city. It's dangerous. And then I came back to Florida, and I've been here since 2018. We moved, after we went back, to me and Ashley went up to Ohio. She did the Amazon thing, and I was cooking at this place called Papa Boo's, and 5 years. Something told me to get up out of that state because before that pandemic hit, because they were on lockdown, and I was like, something just was telling me in October to just, we should just come back down to Florida, because Ashley wanted to be by her mom anyway and stuff, and when did, and then a few months later, that shit hit, and we were allowed to walk around down here, go to the beach, all kinds of stuff. We didn't have no kind of regulations like that, where other places, and like if we would have stayed in Ohio, we wouldn't have been able to leave the house. So God talks to you, you got to listen to him, and you have to, do what he's telling you to do inside your heart and in your mind, and you'll have a good life. And treat people respectfully. Don't treat people the way you want to be treated, and and if somebody disrespects you, stand up for yourself. You don't have to be violent or nothing like that, but you can't let people you can't be a doormat for people. You have to be who you are. They have to respect who you are. And if people don't do that, and they treat you different, and they don't respect who you are or respect what you're doing, then you cut them off. That's how you got to do it. Because if people lose respect for you, don't have no respect for you, you don't want to be around people like that. They're all going to be, they're going to try to damage your life. And stay away from alcohol, in my opinion. If you're a young person, it's the worst thing you can put in your body. Alcohol is complete poison. It kills every cell in your body. Not even a couple beers here and there, it's bad for you, especially if you're playing tennis and you're trying to be competitive. I know these guys, some of these guys on real tennis, they like act, because they're in their 30s. They're like, oh, we went out, I'm hungover, and I shouldn't have did this and that. It's bad for you, and you're gonna end up destroying your liver. You're gonna end up destroying your body drinking. So I'm telling you, from people, my family, I'm full of alcoholics and full of people that have died young from alcohol. And it's one of the worst, diseases, or one of the worst things to be addicted to. And it's easy to get access to it. That's why I tell people not to drink. And I hadn't really drank that much in my life because I had epilepsy and I had to stay away from that kind of shit. So I outgrew it from not, just changing my diets and everything. Took years to get better. But just telling you, I have a lot of friends of mine. I'm 52, and half the people I went to school with are no longer with me in this world because, one, of drinking and driving. People have some people have died from drinking and driving. They've died and killed themselves, or somebody's killed them, or they ended up drinking too much, had to have surgeries, get new livers and stuff. I mean, because you're down here in Florida, and this is a party city. I mean, this place during spring break in the 80s and 90s, you'll never see anything like it ever, ever, ever again. The world will never be like the 80s and 90s anymore. They had MTV down here. They had all kinds of shit, free drinks, parties. Every college in the United States and around the world were coming to Daytona Beach, the world's most famous beach. And I myself, when I was a younger guy in my 20s, I would knock them back because I was, like I'm saying, I'm cooking. People would buy me free drinks and stuff. So I'm telling you from experience. But when I turned about 29, 30, I was done. I was watching my friends spend hundreds of dollars at the bar. Every time they got tip money, they would go to the bar after work, spend all their money, never have any money, and have a hangover the next day. So just the words of wisdom from experience that I've seen in my lifetime. And it's one of the worst things that, to watch someone be an alcoholic. It's fucking horrible. And I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So thanks again. I'm gonna head on out. I talked your ear off enough. I just thought I wanted to share some stuff with you, and I wanted to give everybody, thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate everything, and I just want to say I'm going to try real hard. I'm going to be training the best I can. I'm going to try to get back up to that 4.5, 4.0 level. I'm trying to get as high as I can get, and I know I can do it. It's going to take time, and I have to work on my mistakes that I make. And I'm going to get with this coach, this lady, Coach K. We're going to work together and train, and with Steve and all my other friends that been playing tennis for decades. We're going to work it out. And then when I get to a point where I can move around, I want to go to visit Trey in Texas, because I've never been in Texas. I think it would be awesome. And before the match and after the match, he can take me to one of the places that have a good steakhouse, because I love steaks, and I know Texas has got banging steaks. So, we can go and have a nice steak dinner, and that would be amazing. I don't care if I lose 6-0, 6-0, I will lose 6-0, 6-0 for a great steak. I'm going to try my best to win, but I'm saying at the end of the day, I'll feel a lot better sitting down eating a great steak. So, hey, that'd be awesome. And by that time, he'll be really good too. And he's really good now. So it'd be cool. Maybe we'll be at the same level here or there. He'll be able to do some things better than me. Maybe I'll be able to do some better things better than him. I don't know. We don't know, but it will be fun. And it's my goal. I've been training to get better, to get to that point, because I think it'd be cool for someone my age to play against him. He's young, and it would bring more people together to want to play tennis at all ages. So I think it would be good for the sport, and I think we can do it. It'd be a good collaboration. And he seems like a really decent person, a real nice guy. And it was a tough match. I know he lost, but he fought real hard. And so did Alex. Alex did really good. I'm just thinking, because of how big and tall this fella is, he should start serving a volume more, shorten some of these points, so that way people can't exploit some of his weaknesses that he has right now. And as you get better and better, they're going to exploit those weaknesses. If you have a bad backhand, they're going to exploit it. That's how it is. So if you're serving in volume and you get in there, you can cut those weaknesses off. You can take those overheads off, because somebody's going to try to lob you. You're a tall fella, and if you can jump 2 feet off the ground and you're 6 foot, that means you can come 8 feet off the ground, and with your racket, you're probably 10 feet off the ground. So you're able to, neutralize a lot of things, being a taller person. Tennis is a tall person sport. If you're a tall person, you got a big advantages over people that are shorter. Just the way it is. There's some things that short people can do better than tall people, but in tennis, the serve is a lot harder for a shorter person. But also, it's easier for shorter people to volley too, because they're a little bit lower to the ground. But overheads and shit like that, taller people they can crush them. Although Mark was hitting some pretty good overheads the other day, and I don't know how tall he is. He's probably taller than me, but all his friends are taller than him, so he was hitting some pretty good overheads. And on real tennis, they were joking around with him. That's why I say that. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon, and I'll be out here tomorrow, and I'm going to work real hard for you guys. So have a good evening, and thanks for all the kind words, my man Shredded, and the Root Doctor. Thanks a lot, fellas, and thanks, Trey, for wishing me for my knee to get better. I have been putting ice on it, so it is swollen. The swollen's going down a little bit, and I'm moving a little bit better. So gonna try to record these matches on Friday and Saturday, so you can meet my friends and see how good of players they are too. So we'll see you soon. Have a good evening. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate it, and we'll see you soon.